My name is Joe Schwarker, and one thing I've learned is that the lack of communications can ruin a lot of things. The lack of communications can ruin your relationship with your parents, can ruin your relationship with your friends, and most importantly, can ruin relationships with your significant other. Growing up as a kid, I didn't really know the importance of communication and how the lack of it can ruin everything, and how important it was. Growing up, I had a really good relationship with my parents until I hit puberty and started hanging out with my friends and doing whatever I thought I could or whatever I wanted to do. Um, and my parents were laid back. They only wanted me to do pretty much one thing, and that was just communicate with them, letting them know where I was at, who I was with, and when I'll be getting back home. And I didn't do that, so that the lack of communication on my part really affected my relationship with my parents. And to this day, we still kind of struggle with that. And yeah, and yeah. Another thing is with my peers. I'm a social person. Like I like to like talk, communicate. I'm like always making plans, but I don't know. Recently, I don't know what it is, but like my communications with like communicating with my friends have just become had just become really bad. Like when they text me, I don't text them back. The only time I really communicate with them is and I'm talking about my hometown friends, not my friends here. Like I have I guess I would say I have like out of sight, out of mind. Because if I'm not with you, like it's hard for me to like text or call you. Because most of the time I'm only texting or calling to like hang out in person. But the lack of communication on that part with my friends have kind of has kind of ruined like a few relationships. But I'm trying to work on that and become a better friend. And lastly, relationships with my significant other. I'm not currently in a relationship right now. I'm actually single, but when I try to talk to a girl, we all know girls love attention, and I mean, when you're in a relationship and when you're trying to get in a relationship, giving attention and communicate with them is very important. And I tend to lack that. I tend to not text back. I tend to not, just communicate with them overall, and that ends up ruining my relationships with different girls. So I'm definitely working on that. In conclusion, I've learned that communication is a key part of life, even in like when it comes to getting a job or a business. I'm a business marketing major. If I don't communicate with my boss, then I'm probably gonna get fired. But so that's just something I'm working on and that I've learned over the past years. So yeah, uh, thank you for listening to me and getting to know what I've learned. And I hope you learned something important too. Bye.